Hello everybody and a warm welcome to my channel Tarot by Izabela. I am very happy to see you here today for this quick draw video, and I hope you're all doing fine even if we live in very turbulent and crazy times for the moment. Today's quick draw video will be on the question if freedom of speech is the thing of a past. Meaning, many of you have probably noticed there are a lot of censorship going on, especially in the Western countries. The freedom of speech is very, very oppressed. You are not allowed to think or say what you want. Everything is twisted in and out. You can get charged, even go to prison if you make the use of your human right, freedom of speech. You are not allowed to hear both versions of a story, only one version, and that is the version that is pushed on people, especially in the Western world. When a conflict is going on, you're only allowed to listen to the dictated version that is thrown at you. So, and also online, on the net, when you search something, you're not allowed to see the whole truth, and you're not allowed to say what you think. And your version of the truth. That is one of the fundamental principles of freedom of speech. You're allowed to have a different opinion, and the different opinion doesn't matter who it comes from, if it's an academic or a scientist. It's not allowed to come out if it's not the certificated version of truth. So what is happening to our freedom of speech? People are being blocked on social media and thrown out on different platforms just because they have a different opinion. Doesn't have to be a hate speech or something that is criminal or glorifying violence or this. No, it's just enough with a different opinion. And this quick draw video, I'm going to look into, will we continue to have this choking censorship upon us, or will the freedom of speech return to us? Or is it going down the drain and it's just a memory of the past? So let's shuffle the cards a little bit for freedom of speech. Why should we be directed to what to think and what to feel? The truth is being oppressed everywhere, and it's horrible. Will this continue? Or will freedom of speech go victorious, be victorious in the future? Let's take some cards on freedom of speech. And finally, some dice. This was empty. I need another one. Okay. Well, the cards, they look like this. Let's see what we got here. In the tarot cards, we have the Magician. Then we have the Devil, Two of Cups, the Chariot, and Nine of Wands. On the Oracle cards, we have Anger, the Moon, Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges, a Polar Bear, and Balance. On the dice, we have a face that is crying, Marvel, a factory, a person knocking down a vase, and another person running. What we see now regarding the freedom of speech, we have the Devil. And it looks like the Devil is ruling. The evil forces are trying to oppress the people. And this have awakened a lot of anger. It has taken a different direction than the evil people have wanted to. The evil, the dirty ones, they wanted to oppress the freedom of speech by pushing their own agenda. The resistance is growing. People are frustrated. People are angry. They are not willing to, a lot of people are not willing to give up their freedom of speech, their human right of saying how they feel and what they think, and saying the truth. And this anger will be directed against the devil, the evil ones. People today are afraid, many people are afraid, not all, but many people are afraid to say the wrong word or think the wrong thing, the wrong thought. They are afraid to knock down the vase with the words. So they get the finger, oh, you should not say that, oh, you are, whatever you are, the names they are calling persons that have a different opinion than the narrative. And we have the factory, so they are really working hard, the evil, they are like in a factory, pushing out lie after a lie, oppression after oppression on the people. But that will not go on for so long, because the cards in the center is transformation. So all this oppression, freedom of speech that are put on the people at the moment, it will turn against them. And it will come a new era that freedom of speech and truth is what is sought after. And people will stand together, because we also have the Two of Cups, two hands holding each other very, very hard. And in love and in, how you say in English, agreement, the people will join together and will not allow the devil, the evil ones, to rule them anymore. A new journey for the population of Earth is awaiting. A journey filled with balance. And this journey will not come easy. It will be some hard work. And people will run into this new, you can call it an order, but not new world order. An order of balance, an order of truth, When that emerge, that will shine so bright that the people want to be there, not here, where the oppression, where the propaganda, where the lies are ruling. To come there, well, that needs a complete transformation, and that is what will happen. And marvel after marvel will happen, so the people can open their eyes and really see who and what have been oppressing them during so long. We have a polar bear, and there is something that is cold, that it's not moving. When the freedom of speech returns, nobody wants to take that away. Nobody will allow to take that away. It will be frozen. So these evil energies will not be able to take over. So people, the population of planet Earth, will go on a new journey. And that journey will be filled with balance, love, freedom of speech, and truth. Yeah. I will take one card here on the devil. See if the cards want to say for how long the devil will rule with their censorship and oppressing the freedom of speech, the human right freedom of speech. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune, and that is number 10. It's difficult to predict time, but 10 could be 10 months, 10 weeks, 10 days, the month number 10, October. I would say within, just to give it some marginal of time, within 10 months we're gonna see some big changes regarding freedom of speech. Not that it goes down, that it gets even more oppressed, that an opening is coming, so people will not be so afraid of their right of freedom of speech, that they will be able to see, to say their mind, and not look behind their shoulder, oh, did I say something wrong or not? But really be able to let the truth come through. So within 10 months, could be 10 days, 10 weeks, but I say 10 months, we're gonna see some big positive changes. They will gonna turn in the other direction, and leaving the oppression of freedom of speech. So according to the cards, the freedom of speech will have a revival, and it will be high on the list of human rights again. Not like it is today, oppressed, and people are disappearing just because they want to use their human rights of freedom of speech. Yeah. So big changes are coming, but for the better. I'm gonna take some last 3 cards on this to see if there are any last words the cards want to say. Is there any last words? Are there any last words? Sorry. Are there any last words? We have 6 of Swords, 10 of Cups, and 7 of Cups. Card in the center is 10 of Cups. For me, that is happy family, peace, abundance. There will be, the peace will come back again. So people will feel safe to say what's on their mind without being, how I say, locked up or stepped on. But the freedom of speech will really start outside the Western world, and it will grow more and more and more. And the people in the Western world that are fighting for the right of freedom of speech, they will see the news from different direction, and the truth will come outside from the Western world and then transform everything. And a lot of lies will be revealed. And when those lies are revealed, then the people can find their peace. But since they are still circulating in every news channel and paper in the Western world, then it's difficult to find that inner peace. But when they are in the open and people see them, then they can decide for themselves what to believe in or not. Well, that was my answers for this quick draw video on freedom of speech. And if you have liked what you have seen and heard, please don't forget to press like button, share button and subscription button. And to all of you wonderful viewers out there, I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we're gonna see each other soon again. Bye bye.